Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm so excited to be back on Facebook Live. Oh, my expert friends, it has been a crazy, crazy week. Sometimes our lives and our businesses go in bizarre directions that we could never have imagined. Now, we should have imagined them, and we should have emergency action plans in place, and that's something we'll talk about down the road if anybody is interested, because one thing I learned in corporate America, we always had emergency plans. So if there was a tornado or a national disaster or a flood or something, we always had a plan, a backup plan, or an emergency action plan. In my businesses, in my small businesses, and in my business life, my brick and mortar businesses, I always had an action plan for if there was an emergency or if something happened. Now, for example, in the Italian food business, if my freezer went down, that was an emergency. I had to have a backup and a plan for what I would do if my freezer went down or my cooler went down or one of my pieces of manufacturing equipment broke. What was my backup plan? What was I going to do? And some things we would just have redundant equipment. So, for example, if my sheeter went down, my pasta sheeter, I had 3 other smaller pasta sheeters we could use. If my secret weapon ravioli making part of the process machine, which I'm still not even going to share here, went down, I would have a backup plan. We could always do that by hand with rolling pins, which is miserable, by the way, but that was the backup plan as we got the piece of secret equipment repaired. But I always have one of those, but I didn't have one of those in place for my online business with respect to how I'm making my Facebook Live videos and using Facebook Live then to deliver my video messages as part of this course. Now, I figured it out. I did them on my cell phone, and then I just uploaded them to YouTube. So for 3 days, you haven't seen anything in the group, and I'll go ahead and I will post those 3 days of lessons now that I can get back on Facebook. I will go and I will post these lessons in this group as well, because then they're in more than one place, but they're always in the membership site, and they're only available for YouTube for those 3 days because I couldn't get on Facebook Live to make the videos. And that's okay, because it made me finally put an emergency backup plan or an action plan in place. Today is review and summary. I'm going to grab my book of the opportunity switch. We've done our Ask campaign. We have hopefully started our Ask campaign. We might not have it done yet. I'm going to tell you, this is one of the most important but most empowering pieces that we're going to do in all of this Expert Secrets book and in all of this activity, because it gives us everything we need to know in our ideal target audience's own words. Because I know I'm guilty of this. Sometimes we think we know what people want so well that we use our words to describe it. And lo and behold, we find that our words and how we describe what their desires are and their wants and their problems and their opportunities, we describe them in words that they can't relate to. So they don't even hear our message. But if we do this Ask campaign, and if we ask them what their biggest challenges are, if we ask them what their biggest problems are, if we ask them what their greatest concerns are, if we ask them what their biggest question is about something, guess what? People will tell us. And when they tell us in their own words. And we can use those words then and reach them. We can reach more people that have the problem that we can solve for them with our expertise, because we're speaking to them in their own language. And there's nothing more powerful than speaking to people in their own language, because they know that we get it. They know that we understand. They know that we've been there and that we really can help them out of the situation or with the solution that they're looking for to their problem or struggle or opportunity, whatever it may be. So we talked a lot about the Ask campaign. Now, another powerful, cool thing about the Ask campaign is once they tell us what they want, it's pretty easy to give it to them. If they tell us what they want, we can give them what they want. And in addition to that, we can throw in the bonuses of what we know that they need to be successful. Because a lot of times when we have a problem and we're looking for a solution, there's things that we need that we can't even see that we need them, because all we can see is the problem. A lot of our target audiences and our clients are like that. They know that they've got a problem and a challenge, and they know they need to solve it, but they really don't know all the steps and everything that they need to solve it. They know that they want it solved, but they don't know how to get there. If they knew how to get there, they would have done it already, right? So our job as the expert is to show them the steps, teach them the steps, But the only way we can get them to even know and see and believe that we have the solution is if we speak to them in their own language. So we get these responses from the Ask campaign. We turn that into the outline for our masterclass or our web class or our webinar or our, I like to call it a workshop because I like to think of a workshop as a shorter version of something. And so my outlined workshop, and then we take that and that same terminology and we turn that into bullet points to really attract and speak to them in their own language and attract them to our message. And then we then use all of that information to actually deliver our free web class or our free workshop, because that becomes the foundation for everything we're going to do moving forward. It gives us testimonies and stories of actually helping people transform in the way that they want to transform, and in their own words being able to share how we've helped them. And when you can do that, when you've got stories of people that you've actually helped, that is so powerful, because that proves to other people, without you bragging yourself up and saying you can do it, that you can actually help them get the transformation that they want. That's it. That's our summary. If you have any questions or concerns, if you're struggling with your Ask campaign, totally been there, let me know. We've got a form in today's RQA, review questions and answers, the same form that you've seen 3 times before. And, I like to keep it simple and consistent. And so you just fill out what you need to fill out on that and then send it in. And then I will hop on that and we will discuss that and how we can help you do exactly what it is to get this part of the process done. Because then we're going to move on to creating belief, and belief that we are the solution, that we have the solution, and that we can help them. Because we can. We know we can. We know we do. It's just a matter of communicating it to the people that need it the most. Go out, make it a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow, not in Facebook jail. Bye.